we have to think about the what ifs that shouldn't even exist because of the antics and the foolishness.
Everyone's been so caught up in Indiana's wins and the whole Kelsey Mitchell contract drama. But underneath all that, there's this huge problem brewing. It could totally blow up the team's future. This whole thing comes down to one player. She's been disrespected. She's been benched. Honestly, she's been treated like garbage. And that's despite her being the absolute heart and soul of this entire franchise. We're talking about Lexie Hull here. What you're about to hear will make you question everything you thought you knew about Stephanie White and her leadership. Because here's the kicker. Nobody's even talking about this. Lexie Hull is a free agent this summer. She has choices. And after the season she's just had, she might just walk away from the very team she helped build from the ground up. Let that sink in for a second. That's what you get with Lexie Hull when you actually let her play. What's crazy is when injuries forced Stephanie White's hand and she had to put Lexie on the court, Lexie just exploded. She was everywhere. We're talking locking down the best players, diving for every loose ball, hitting those clutch threes, doing all the nitty-gritty, dirty work stuff that championship teams are built on. But here's the messed up part. Even after proving herself again and again, White kept finding excuses to bench her. And now, teams like Portland and Seattle are watching closely. They're ready to throw serious money at her. The whole league is seeing this, thinking, if Indiana doesn't value her, we absolutely will. You might think this is just typical free agency stuff, but wait until you hear exactly what Stephanie White did. This isn't just about basketball decision. This is about broken promises, pure ego, and a coach completely ignoring everything Lexie Hull accomplished long before White even showed up. She was disrespected straight up. That's not an overstatement. That's exactly what went down. Listen closely, because this is the real heart of the issue. Before Stephanie White even got to Indiana, there was a core group of 4 players who totally turned this franchise around. Caitlin Clark? Absolutely. Kelsey Mitchell? Of course. Aaliyah Boston? Definitely. But the 4th one, that was Lexie Hull. She was crucial to everything they built. She earned Caitlin's trust on the court. She became their defensive anchor. She gave up her own stats, her own ego, all for the team to succeed. So, Stephanie White comes in with her big plan. And what's the very first thing she does? She brings in Demar Bonner, gives her a max contract, hands her a starting spot, and just throws Lexie Hull to the bench like she never existed. Yeah, 59 and a half years old is an exaggeration. But the point is still brutal. White chose this aging veteran over a young player who had already proven herself completely in Indiana's system. Now think about this. Here's where it gets psychologically devastating for Lexie. Imagine being told, not with words, but with actions, that you just aren't valued. That everything you sacrificed, every dive for a loose ball, every tough defensive assignment against the league's best players, none of it mattered. You're just getting replaced by someone who hasn't earned a single thing with this team. You really think Lexie Hull forgot all that? No way. Athletes never, ever forget disrespect. They take it in, they file it away, and it becomes pure fuel. Fuel to either prove you wrong or to walk away and prove themselves somewhere else. And what happened next? That made this whole situation so much worse. Bonner just quit. She straight up abandoned the team. No communication with her teammates. No professional courtesy, just gone. And before she vanished, Stephanie White was out there in front of the cameras, just flat out lying about it, telling everyone everything was fine, everything was good. Meanwhile, behind the scenes, Bonner had completely checked out mentally. She was just no showing, still collecting those paychecks. And the very same day, White was trying to sell this fantasy that everything was under control. An article dropped. It exposed the whole truth. Bonner refused to return to the team. Now put yourself in Lexie's shoes for just a minute. The player they replaced you with. She quit on your team. The coach who benched you. She lied to everyone about what was really going on. And now all of a sudden they need you again. Not because they actually value you. Not because they finally see your worth. It's because they have no other choice.